Hello everybody, it's Dio from FirmButFair Gaming bringing you another video. Enjoying all the videos and content we produce, don't forget to click on that subscribe button, click on that like button, and don't be afraid to share. Don't forget to click on the notification button, customize it however you want, but that way you're notified whenever we publish another video. Hello everybody, it's Dio here from FirmButFair Gaming. Today we are talking about a nice little indie game that I came across called Westfallen. It is currently in a beta and you can find it on Steam. And I just thought this was a nice little game to play. The developer has been very responsive to feedback and is constantly making upgrades and updates to the game. And I just thought it was a fun little game to play, so I just thought I'd cover it and show it to you guys. So let's take a look at the game and I'll tell you a bit about it as we go along. So currently the game only has a single player arena, but it is going to turn into having a single player campaign. From talking with the developer, they're going to be, rather than being class specific, it's going to be you kind of can choose your skills as well as items will kind of dictate what kind of build you're going to end up being able to play. So you'll be able to start off probably as a warrior or fighter class and then work through and through items and whatnot you'll be able to then go into like a spellcaster and that sort of thing. So you're really not pigeonholed into any particular build for the entire duration of the campaign, but that's when the campaign is going to become available. For now we just have a single player arena, which is actually pretty fun. So let's just take a look at the arena here. It is based on waves and waves of mobs. There is 40 different waves and then you get a boss at the end. It is not as easy as you would think. As you start going along, the first few waves of course are pretty easy, but then as you get into the higher difficulty waves, it is quite fun and you do have to worry about dying. Beating the end boss is not simple either, and I've played this quite a few times. Haven't killed the boss yet, beat it to him a few times. Just watched the trailer here for the arena, and it's been a lot of fun. So we'll take a look at this, and I'll talk a bit about the different mobs and why I think this is a fun little game.
Now, you think you can stand before me in defiance?
Let it roll out, give it some appreciation. Of course, there is the skip function as well. Alright. So basically, you start off with your single wave here. There's skeletons, there's witches, some soul demons, some higher level skeletons and whatnot, and the idea is that we're just supposed to progress through the different waves. There's stuff to investigate. Our abilities, it had in the bottom, I guess I should point over here. Anyway, had our abilities listed, and so we have 4 different abilities, 5 if you count the roll. So the roll is how we can evade combat, and it just kind of gets us out of trouble. And then we have our Q, which gives us haste for attacking, like this. And here we go, this is another undead knight. And then we have a nice little big arcing swing here with our number 3. Our F is going to put up a force field, and we're going to take a couple steps back, kind of create separation, as well as protect us from casters, or potentially melee if we want. It lasts, I'm going to say 10-15 seconds maybe. And then we have a blink that is on C. So those are our various abilities. And kind of what we want to do is we have obelisks here, and we need to power them up. And so the way to power them up is to just kill enemies beside it, and then they'll power up, and then that opens up more of the map. So there's a few different things that are kind of hidden around where we can go and inspect. And of course, as it's a beta, it's not completely done yet. So here's a nice little sword that we can just take a look at. And I do like this ability, the 3, where we can actually aim our strike. So as you spin your camera, your person will pivot. And so now we have another obelisk that we're supposed to power up. And there's a few different zones, and basically all we're going to go through is just kill the multiple waves. and eventually, like, they are pretty quick in succession. It does build up really well. Um, I've been caught by surprise a few times and ended up getting killed by just getting mobbed. So there is some challenge to it for sure, and you need to watch your positioning. You can't just face tank everything as you get into the higher and higher rounds. So the casters do have a slower cast rate, which is nice. So you can just deal with your summons as you go along. These knights are actually a pain in the ass, especially when there's more than one of them, which you will find out. But anyway, so this is kind of what the arena looks like. We powered up that obelisk, so we just kill things beside it, get it to more and more areas, and the waves are constantly going to keep coming. Just do a nice little blink to explore a little bit more. And yeah, so it's actually pretty fun. I don't want to go through the whole thing. It takes about half an hour, I would say, to play the full rounds. And then, of course, you have to deal with the big badass boss at the end, which I am still working on. So it is actually pretty fun. One thing I will say about in the arena, so we are surrounded by lava. You don't want to step in lava, of course, because you're just going to die. Like, that took away a lot of our health. So you want to stay out of it as much as possible. And if you are interested in going over to here, let me just do a nice little big two-hand. You'll want to, well, let's get the full health before we try it, otherwise we will definitely die. So we have all our casters here. Nice little big two-handed swing. Oh, there's still more. Oh, alright. We are getting pelted. I'm going to try this. We're going to roll and then blink. Oh, that blinked. Roll. Perfect. Made it. I was just curious what was over here. Let's see if we can power this thing up. That's actually, I hadn't been over here yet, so this is kind of cool. See if we can power that up. I mean, we're almost down already. So it comes at a cost, going across the lava. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating doing this, but seeing as we're over here, let's just see. I think we got it powered up now. Alright, anyhow, so lava is dangerous. So that was a look at the arena gameplay. So currently that is the only mode that's available. Like I said, there's 40 rounds. It takes about half an hour to play. Of course, you got a big bad boss at the end that I'm still working on defeating. I played this quite a few times already, probably about 8 or 9 attempts so far. The game is constantly getting better. The developer is very responsive and engaging. I've talked to them personally a number of times. The very quick to respond to bug reports and fixing that sort of thing. And the game overall is running very, very smoothly. From the first time I played it, when it first came out, I think it was in December, to what it is now, the improvements have been phenomenal. It is very smooth. There's not very many bugs. I haven't encountered any recently. Just of course in launch with the beta game and in indie there was a couple on launch, but very quick to respond to them, fix them, and like I said, making weekly updates, which is making this game very fun to play. So I was talking to the developer and I was like, what's coming next? Just because I was curious, because the arena mode was fun to play and I was looking forward to more. And so what they are working on doing, I'm just looking at my notes here. So they are working at adding some replayability to the arena, because currently it is kind of the same. So if you beat it once, it's not going to be different. So they're looking at adding in some replayability to it, and I'm looking forward to what that be. Maybe that it's going to be, you're going to have a spellcaster defeated, there might be a leaderboard coming. Those are some things that were kind of thrown around, so I'll be interested to see what they come up with. They're also going to have an open world testing ground where players can experience the game, and that'll be probably, I imagine, also be utilized in the campaign mode once it comes out, so that's going to be interesting to see. And every so often they said they're going to make a slice available to the players to see, to test it out and mess around in before taking the final idea and putting it into the open world. So lots of cool things that are potentially coming. And I'm looking forward to it for sure. Like I said, I've played this numerous times. When I got like half an hour, 45 minutes to kill, I boot this up because I still want to get that boss down. And he is not a joke. I haven't quite figured him out yet, so I'm looking forward to that. So this brings us to the end of this game intro recommendation. I do think that this is a fun game to play. Like I was saying at the start, it is available on Steam. At the moment, the price on Steam I think is around 20 Canadian. So with the no replayability at the moment because the arena is the only mode that's up and it is the only thing you can do, it may be a bit much because again, like it's only half an hour. So if you one shot it, which I haven't yet, so I'll say maybe a couple hours of gameplay at the moment. So for $20, some people may not think that's a bargain, but with the potential upgrades that are coming, and once the open world campaign is coming out, I do think this will be a fun game to play, especially with what I've heard about the customization for your character being able to change your skills and all that based on items and whatnot. I am looking forward to seeing the end result and playing it. So if you want to support an indie developer and grab it early, pick it up now. And then as the upgrades come and the single player becomes available, you won't have to rush and get it. You'll already have it. So that's it for me. If you do end up trying out this game, please let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear your feedback and see what you think about it. I'm going to be exploring more indie games as going along because there is a lot of cool stuff out there. So if you're like me and like indie and like supporting indie developers, pick it up, check it out, and let me know what you think. Of course, like as usual, we appreciate likes, shares, and subscribes. So please click those buttons. And of course, you can come find me on Twitch where I'm streaming whether I'm playing an indie game or Diablo or World of Warcraft, depending on what I'm up to. Come check us out, chat, and have some fun. So until next time, I hope you're enjoying whatever game you're playing, and we'll see you in the next video.